Nobody talk while I'm ordering.
You guys are so crazy.
It's hard to hear.
Hello, hello.
Hi, could I place an order for delivery, please? Oh, delivery doesn't start till 5:30. Is that okay? Hold on, can we collect it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Hayley. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So, could I get 2 portions of egg fried rice, please? 2 portions of chips. 1 vegetable chow mein. 1 mixed vegetables with Szechuan sauce and a boiled rice, please. Yeah. And 1 4-in-1 with chicken. And is it possible to make that extra spicy? Yeah. Plain chicken. Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. Thanks. Yes.
Everybody wants their Friday Do you know, while we're doing this as well, we do have to talk as well. Are you starving? That was always the problem. We can't do this if we're hungry.
I know, yeah.
Because you'll just be eating.
I haven't ate yet today.
Oh, really? We're all fucked, so.
Won't be a word out.
It's all right, we'll manage.
Welcome back to Everything from Nothing.
Yeah.
We're expecting that, really. We're back, and we're eating food. Welcome to, what is it? Well, it is Everything from Nothing. It's the Everything from Nothing team. And we are here with the, what's Friday feed. Do you like the theme tune? Stevie made the theme tune.
Full team from Stevie.
It's just Stevie over there. Yeah.
Stevie Cullen.
Yeah.
Of the Cullen clan.
So we're eating food.
Offspring of the Cullens.
So here we are now eating food and yeah, enjoying the food. And
Try not to spill it on the
where
equipment.
did we get the food from?
Yang's Chinese
Yeah.
down the road there.
I have a very bad at eating food, so I'm just eating like chips and rice. And you're just eating rice.
Just rice, yeah.
And what are you eating?
Vegetables in Szechuan sauce with rice.
Yeah, what are you eating, Stevie?
4-in-1 with chicken, extra spicy.
Nice.
You having fun? Huh?
Hey.
You having fun?
Sure, yeah.
Who's having fun? Hands up if you're having fun here.
It's the Friday feed. Of course we're having fun.
Yeah. So Hayley said she hates people that say certain words. What are the certain words?
I
that you
didn't
hate?
say I hate people.
You said you set fire to people who say certain
Douse
words.
them in petrol and drop
Yeah.
a match.
Yeah, you don't hate them though.
No, they just need to be dispensed of.
Yeah, and what words
Dispensed
such
words.
Yeah, what words annoy you?
So the thing that triggered this was I was doing my CPD points. I was continuing my professional development work, and there was a guy, one of the lecturers who was saying ratio.
The bastard.
The
Oh.
ratio.
The bastard.
How? There's
Instead
no
of
C in-
ratio.
yeah. There's no C in that, is there?
No way.
There's no C. Ratio. Ratio.
What's that about?
If I say it enough, doesn't it just put your blood pressure up?
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Did he commit any other offences?
Yeah. There's
A
I'm not
couple,
gonna-
but I'm not going to share them here.
Go on.
But it set off a whole kind of trigger for me, because we were talking as well about sandwich.
Yeah, when people say sandwich. and we're,
Sandwich.
Do you ever
What
notice that?
wrong? Why do
Okay.
people say that?
What's the word?
Sandwich.
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 Yeah. Why
How
do
do you
people
say it? How would you say it?
Sandwich.
Yeah, me
Sand-
too.
yeah.
I agree.
Sandwich. Would
Yeah.
you like a sandwich?
Which?
No.
A hang sandwich.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
a whole new level.
Hang
So
sandwich.
yeah, there's a few of those things. I can't think of all of them now, but the ratio was the thing that sort of put me in mind of it, and then the sandwich.
It just reminds me of, it's not exactly the same thing, but like, you know, there's like different people that pronounce things differently. When I was in college in Maynooth, we were doing like data structures was like the module.
Oh, yeah.
And the way the continuous assessment worked was we had like clickers, so we had to like answer stuff. But one of the times he asked, he's It's like, is it pronounced data or data? And people had to respond. And he was like, oh, it is actually data. So like the people who said data got points for their continuous assessment, and the people who said data lost out on some of their like a small percentage.
What?
And it's just the idea that like
That's mad.
you got less of a grade by like the tiniest of a percent. Like,
And do you say data or data?
I say data. I know
Yeah,
it's
me too.
data, but I just feel weird saying
I
data.
say data.
But did you not tell him no? It said data down in tip.
Yeah. Where's he from?
Yeah, like because like all words at the end of the day are just made up. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah, exactly.
different dialects will pronounce things
That's what
differently.
I was going to say. Who made
Like
data?
in Ireland, I've noticed most people say data.
Down in Kerry,
We say data.
they're proper Kerry farmers. They go and say, can I get a medium chip? Medium. Instead of medium. Like
Medium.
Medium.
I have no idea what that would mean. If I heard that,
Medium.
I'd be like, what? That
Just
would take me
kinda-
a minute.
It take you a minute.
Medium, yeah.
And so like, what about you? What about yourself, you? Do you hate people that make noises?
No, that's not.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. I'm only
make
messing.
noises.
The big noises. That's a different.
I do.
Like
I do.
sheep
Like
noises and
Yeah,
cow
yeah.
sounds.
meh, that kind of thing.
I hate that.
Meh.
What the fuck? What do you mean?
Or,
People do that?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a thing when we were younger. And they do like monkey noises and
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that.
Who?
Just,
Who?
just people.
Just oh yeah.
What's the weirdest noise you can make?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Right.
Like mine is like it's like an
That's
inward.
'cause-
There's like
sorry?
an inward scream thing, but it's like really
Oh,
high pitched. So I don't know if I should do it. But I should
Yeah,
We
go on,
don't.
do
Is
it,
it like
do
a
it.
peacock?
I get the hands
it
on
like
the
the noise
audio
of a peacock?
material
do it. It's just
quicker. Wow.
Oh, I'm having
That's like
fun. I'm having
We're
fun.
having fun here. The Friday feed.
That's
That
like
was
the
good.
noise of a peacock. Have you
Hey,
heard
well-
the sound that peacocks make?
No.
It's just like, that's a perfect peacock impression.
Oh, I see my poem. I got a poem off someone during the week, which reminds me of peacocks and wild things. So, what does it say?
Before we go, because this is lovely. That was my orgasm sound.
That was your orgasm?
Yeah. No, I did.
That, that's it.
That's my orgasm
That's
sound.
what you
What's this lovely poem you're talking
Oh,
about?
yeah, so.
I sometimes hear that coming out of the bathroom
When
when I.
despair...
I don't orgasm. I only orgasm in public places.
Yeah.
It's called the wild things or something, I think. So when despair for the world grows in me and I wake in the night at the least sound in fear of what my life and my children's life may be, I go and lie down where the wood drake rests in his beauty on the water and the great heron feeds. I come into the peace of the wild things who do not tax their lives with forethought or grief. I come into the presence of still water and I feel above me the day blind stars waiting for their light for a time. I rest in the grace of the world and I'm free. So like literally that wild things don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They don't think of the future or the past. They're just there.
That and I also
Stevie
yeah
making noises.
yeah just making noises in the present. Yeah, like I think that's really true. I also what I got from that was because you sent me that, and the same day I was talking to someone about that stuff about people always saying, "Oh, you can't raise a child in today's world" and stuff like that. But like, when you as a human, even not even to be like an animal, but just go to the forest as unibal, unibal? What the fuck is a unibal? What did I just say? As a human,
Half
if you go-
human, half mobile.
yeah, a mobile human, a human bill. And so if you go to like the forest as a human and just like you observe it, you're like, that piece of your mind, like you're sort of away from all of the madness, and you're like, oh, maybe it's actually not as bad as everyone feels like it is down there.
I think you'd feel better if you made like sheep noises and monkey noises and all that kind of thing in
Yeah.
the forest. You'd really get into the presence of it.
But then you wouldn't like those people because you just said you don't like them.
Oh yeah,
fucking
that's what they were doing.
bastards.
They were just trying to be happy.
Yeah,
That's all.
we don't like happy people.
No. Please, if you're okay, well, I won't say that. I'm only joking. Happy people subscribe. No, everyone subscribe. Who am I looking at?
Is that the little
sorry.
button down at the bottom?
If you subscribe, you're guaranteed to be happy. At some point, not straight away.
That's yeah.
It takes work.
Yeah.
It takes work, and
That's
work
honest.
is not related to this podcast, but by liking this podcast,
Yeah.
remember you need to be happy.
Is that like
Yeah.
subscribe buttons down at like the bottom, isn't it? I only learned how to do that.
The subscribe button. Yeah, like so click the button on right here actually it would be here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Subscribe and anyway.
How's the food going?
Yeah, mine's
Good.
really nice. I didn't realize how hungry I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry. It's quite spicy, but good spicy. See, we've got that can't talk eating thing going on now.
Oh yeah.
How's your chips going?
Good.
Are we embracing the?
No. I'm just thinking because we did sort of. Yeah, we did a few contingency plans for this kind of thing because like we tried to not be hungry doing this because if we're hungry we're all going to be eating food and not talking. But I have a story.
Right.
Do you want to tell it?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell it?
I'd rather if you told it.
Okay, I'll tell
know you know the story better than I do.
Okay, I'll tell it. Right. So Hugh wasn't there now, right? Yeah. So I went down to Cork in October. First of all, I want to start off this story with saying I don't lose things. Never will. I'm not afraid to say that. People always say don't say that, you'll jinx it. I know because the more I say it, the more true it is. I'll momentarily misplace things and they sort of come back in that sound. So shout out to all the things going on for that to happen. And so I went down to Cork and I was going having a rendezvous that involved alcohol, and we were outside. We were going in to buy alcohol while we were waiting for a lift down in Cork. I was with a friend, Rachel, who watches the podcast, and we were outside the shop, and I was like, "Oh fuck! I left my wallet on the bus." I knew I left it on the bus off a Cork City bus, and then she went into. She was like, I was like, right, you just go in. I'll just wait outside with the bags or whatever. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, while she went in to get stuff, I was outside with the bags, and that's when I realized I lost my wallet because I was going to go in next while she was minding the bags. And when she came back outside or whatever, I was like, I'm after leaving the wallet on the bus, and she was like, oh no, and she was like, do you want me to pay for stuff or whatever? I was like, oh no, it's grand. I was like, just you need to stay still for a minute. I was like, I'll come back, and then. Even though I was on the bus, and it was going to be gone doing hours of runs or whatever around the whole city, and as they're talking about it or whatever, there's just this random person I was like, it'll come back. I was kind of saying that, and I kept saying it in my head, it'll come back, and she said, and I think Rachel or something said, did you just leave on that bus again? And she asked again and said something about the bus, and then I kept saying it'll come back in my head, and all of a sudden. This woman that was listening to our conversation goes, was that the 215 bus? Or something like that. And then I was like, yeah. She goes, that bus will be back in 15 minutes. And then it was like, just go right there 15 minutes and came back. And I ran onto the bus and your mom was like, what are you doing, pay? And I was like, no. And he wouldn't let me onto the bus without paying, but I couldn't pay it, no wallet. And I was trying to explain it. He didn't remember me or anything. And I was like, oh, fuck this. So I just ran past him, ran upstairs and the wallet was there. But it was mad, in that moment, I didn't panic and just stayed still. And then that sort of it felt like that's why your one was listening to the conversation or something. Because if you're frantic and stuff, I think people just I don't know what it was. But it was a really interesting experience. Did you ever have anything like it? Sort of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I left my guitar in the middle of the road in Plymouth.
In the middle of the road?
Yeah.
No way.
It was kind of, there's a roundabout across from the, I don't know what we were doing, band practice, and we just stood outside the hall and we were chatting. I had a guitar in a kind of flight case, and I put it down because it was flipping heavy, and we kept talking, and just kind of wandered off and left the guitar behind me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. But it didn't dawn on me till later on that evening. I did get back. I can't remember, was it the police station or someone like that, but somebody handed it back, or was it, they handed it into the
When you say in the middle of the road, do you mean literally along the white lines?
No. Just there's two rows of traffic thing and a kind of an embankment thing, and this kind of embankment thing between the two rows of traffic. You know what I mean?
Like a dual carriageway.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. I left it there. Yeah, but somebody handed it in.
No way. Why, you just got a call?
I can't remember. I went hunting. It was in first year. Was it? Did I go into the cops station or something? But anyway, I just couldn't believe somebody picked it up, and then. They elected me to be in charge of the equipment in the music sock, just as being fucking smart arses.
No way. That's mad. That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you actually do the job?
No. Oh, they had me kind of treasurer stroke in charge of equipment. I think the job was really treasurer, but they added that on just to be smart arses.
Yeah.
And I kind of did a bit. Yeah. I spent the money. But yeah, it came back. Oh, it's such a relief, when you get shit back like that, isn't it?
Yeah. And what do you mean when you said you spent the money?
Oh, the money belonged to the music sock.
Sorry, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Sort of sweets and stuff for you, or is it
we
for
all went down to St. German, a place, Lord Eliot's estate. Everyone recorded one song.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and that's what we spent the money on.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
I lost my Bart Simpson wallet got stolen when I was in
Thought you were gonna
Alice
say
Springs in Australia.
your Bart Simpson
My
wallet.
Bart Simpson wallet.
Where
And,
did you attain such a thing?
from a boyfriend at the time.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
And it was really cool. And I
What's
got
his name?
I
Mihal.
forget.
Mihal.
Yeah. he was-
It got nicked off my bed in a hostel, and then 2 days later it appeared back on my bed minus the cash. And but I think because somebody had heard me, I'd been saying around the place if anyone sees it, and that the wallet is worth more to me than
Okay.
yeah.
that. And so I think somebody kind of felt bad and
Oh, that's mad.
took the cash and put the wallet back. And yeah,
That's
it was lovely.
Do you ever anything like that, like lose things and come back?
Not for me, but it wasn't exactly like losing something, but the weirdest situation I've heard of, like something coming back to someone. Like my sister and their friend in college, like I heard one of them had to pay for something one day, and they're like, oh, okay, I'll get you back. It's like, no, don't worry about it. It's just like a $5. So then it started like this whole game of like trying to sneak the $5 to the other person. So it's like hand someone a remote, and then they'd be like, aha, and they'd open the back of the remote and the $5 would be in it, and they just kept doing that stuff. But then eventually it was like they ended up using it to put into some kind of machine or something to pay for it. But they had marked the $5 so they'd remember what it was. And like they put it in the machine, like, right, that's the end of that. But then like a week or so later, they ended up with the $5 again, even though they had put it into like
That
some
is
kind
so
of
cool.
Whoa.
That is so cool.
That's really mad.
That's mad,
Yeah.
yeah. Did you say you started? Did you tell me was it you that was saying you were actually marking money to see if it would come back? Was that you?
no.
Who's doing that? Was it you? Was it any of you?
I think whoever it is wouldn't admit it anyway, because American money is technically illegal.
Yeah, so
You?
it was Steve. It was Stevie, but we'll have to delete that bit out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No,
sorry.
it wasn't Stevie.
Oh.
It genuinely wasn't me.
No,
Okay, oh, okay.
yeah, sure. He would say nothing anyway.
Yeah, we'll pretend it wasn't or whatever. Yeah. I say I don't lose things. There's one thing I haven't lost, but I don't know where it is, and it's not in my possession. And it was in my wallet. I lost my wallet outside of Bank of Ireland there. It was like 2 years ago or something. And inside, which is strange, and I got the wallet back when I was living up in Kickham Street or whatever. The wallet was actually posted into their letterbox after about 3 days. That's literally how lucky I am with getting stuff. Like, it was just, I didn't ring anyone, it just got put straight back into the letterbox in my house. I don't know how they found the address or anything. Looked up the name or whatever from bank cards or whatever. And put it back in letterbox with a note. And this is what's mad. So the thing I lost was in it. It was a coin. Oh, well, I didn't lose. I just don't have it. It was a coin my grandfather gave me. It's like, and anytime I couldn't make a decision, I flick it, like if I'm in between, and then I go with whatever that was. And that was in the wallet. And for some reason, I got a note in with the wallet saying, hi, Kieran, we found your wallet. And then, like, yeah, it wasn't signed there. And hi, Kieran, we found your wallet. I still have that coin. We'll post that to you soon. And I was like, what? Because the coin was in the wallet or whatever. And I was like, and there was no, like, who it was or anything like that. The coin's not worth any, like, you know what I mean? It's not like it's silver or gold or anything like that. It's just a nice present my grandfather gave me. And, like, it's only valuable to me or whatever. And, and I just thought that was strange or whatever, and still haven't ever heard from it there. So whoever that person is still has it, and I have no idea who they are. What a mad thing to do, though. I thought that was mad.
Didn't they say in the note that they'd misplaced it temporarily or something? Like
Was it?
Said that coin had been misplaced.
Was that what it was? Okay, right. That makes
So the coin was further misplaced.
I'd love if they also got a note that said, like, we have that coin. We'll give it back to you so you can give it back to your...
Yeah, that'd be funny. But then that's probably why I didn't get back, because I don't lose things now. Whether they lose things or not.
What kind of coin was it?
It was like some commemoration sort of thing or something like that. It was cool. It was just like whatever, like your grandfather gave it to me or whatever, and I just stuck it in the wallet and just became a thing or whatever. You know, it wasn't mad, like, yeah. And but yeah.
Does anyone else find chips a bit boring?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch
I'm done with this show. That's what?
Oh.
Yeah, okay, 20 minutes in, but like that's just too offensive. Like,
What?
you can't say that.
chip. But this is because this is.
I
the
feel
thing,
it directly
it's like you've got
attacked.
your-
Don't.
no,
make
but
me-
you had your sleeve in it.
That
and
makes
you know,
me
I don't-
feel naked in front of the camera.
But it's the thing you can't say, isn't it? It's in that list of things that you can't say that you find chips boring, because it's like people will turn on you.
Oh yeah, we know we like
Oh.
The
chips.
audience will turn.
Yeah,
and-
chips.
No, the audience probably won't. Most people will agree with you. I just don't.
I think like chips are only as nice as whatever you have with them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so
If you just
true.
have plain
Cheese on
chips,
Yeah.
they're really boring. But like salt and vinegar, suddenly they're great. Or like that's like
Salt and vinegar
salt
and
and
you're
chili
having
chips or
fun.
whatever. Like.
Yeah. Because chips are like a blank canvas. They're like potential. Chips
What
have more
else would you have with
potential.
them? What else would you have with chips?
You're talking to Owen.
Looking to anyone.
Paprika,
Oh.
you can have peri salted chips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What did you say? Sorry.
Like peri salted chips where you have like paprika and loads of spices on them.
What was the maddest shit any of you
Yeah.
ever ate?
No.
Ostrich.
Ostrich.
I got in Lidl. They were selling ostrich steaks and I was like, I'll try it.
I remember that.
Wasn't bad, but it
Roadkill.
was weird.
Roadkill.
Roadkill, how'd you?
Yeah. Do you think that? No, I didn't.
Oh.
I don't eat.
No, I've-
those.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
I'm
saying you
wondering
should-
if they just scraped it off the street. Then I remembered that the ostrich wouldn't be found too commonly in Tipperary, so
They wouldn't know what
But-
probably not.
no, like Lidl does like sometimes I think they do like ostrich or sometimes they might have like like crocodile or kangaroo or something. They
Yeah.
sometimes have
Crocodile.
weird.
Have they had crocodile?
They did, yeah.
I've never had it, yeah, but
I ate a bit of dog food when I was a kid just for there.
Really?
Yeah, pedigree chum, it was alright.
Oh.
it was
No
okay.
way.
It was only
Did it
a-
make, did,
But
it,
only-
pedigree chum's not the
yeah,
worst.
it's a premium brand.
Vegan.
And it was...
did it send your breath rotten?
I only had
Dogs have pedigree chum breath, don't
I only
they?
had a spoon of it. And what did I say? A rabbit that my uncle shot. And then a pheasant as well. Pig's head and pig's feet.
No way.
Pig's feet.
Mm-hmm.
How was that
Blue
experience?
beans. Don't really remember much about it. A bit salty, I think. He was selling them in his shop. Like his shop was like kind of something bizarre. You'd go in and to be all pigs' heads looking at you. But people liked them back in the 80s, you know. So
They have in South Africa. They do a thing called a smiley. So it's a sheep's head, and you drop it in a pot, and it's boiling water. And as the sheep's head boils, like all up the meat and muscles on it, pulls the
Right.
face like a smiley. So they're called smilers.
that's nice.
You take
Did
it out
you
and
eat
eat.
it?
Yeah, well, I
Nice.
don't. I don't eat animals at all. That would devastate me to my core. But yeah, that's what they eat.
Did you ever have a pig's head, Kieran?
No, I smoked a thing on my shoe before.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you were going to say you smoked a
To
pig.
pick-
I
yeah.
know.
You smoked a bit of shoe.
Yeah, like I have that shoe at home somewhere. Yeah.
Was it leather or
was-
something?
No, like just rubber.
Oh, 'cause you're a vegetarian, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot that. So what was it, like a rubber? You smoked the rubber?
like I just pick off little bits of the shoe. Like
Wow,
it wasn't just me. There was a few of the lads there. We were smoking out.
Was it any good? Or?
It was like it was like I'd imagine that's what like crack was like. Do you know what I mean? It was
okay.
weird. It was like smoking. I don't know. Yeah, wouldn't recommend or anything. Like, well, actually, do whatever.
What was
you
the
want.
motivation to do it?
Mhm.
Was it the same as like eating ostrich or something like that? It just
Yeah,
like
I won't be eating it at this time of day. So you're gonna be smoked, like, do you know what I mean? Like, what? Smoked a grape. Oh no, I used the grape as a skin.
Oh, yeah.
Like at a festival, yeah, I suppose, yeah, you're right, yeah. So I put like got like a straw or something like that, I can't remember, but poked like the insides out of grape,
Yeah, yeah.
like just the centre part, then stuck a filter in one end and a bit of tobacco in the other end, and like smoked it
It
through
worked,
grape.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Lovely.
grape it was like refreshing, like it was like juicy. I don't even smoke tobacco, but like I'd smoke grape, like
If you are, yeah, that's the way to
yeah,
do it.
yeah,
Class. That's very good.
yeah,
we used to put polar mints on our cigarettes. Like
on purpose.
yeah, like we put a polar mint down the length of the cigarette, and then you get like menthol hits from it.
No way.
As I remember
mental,
it.
like they were mental hits. Or do you
Not
mean
mental hits, no.
mental?
Yeah, you get
That's
you're
back to,
smoking something else to get
back
mental
to say
hits.
words weird. Imagine if someone did say like mental as like
That's
mental.
bloody mental. Yeah, that's bloody mental. That's what they do, isn't they? Crikey. Is that English or American? Crikey.
You're kind of halfway
Neither.
between trying to be Australian and English.
Australia. I forgot about
Yeah.
them.
But like, I,
So,
don't know, I thought you were starting as English, but then you said crikey, and it was like,
crikey. You bloody lost me sandals, miss.
Is that the way they talk?
No,
Oh, you have it off now. That's it. Did you think you were at home? Should we all speak like that?
I think that's
All right, darling.
no,
That's
it's really funny though.
Oh.
is Kieran thinks that that's a posh English person, so he's like, "Oh, that's
There are
really
only posh
and it's
English
like,
There's
people.
only
"Alright."
posh English
No.
people.
No, there's not. You've
All
met
right,
me.
mate.
I'm
Except
really quite common.
Shameless. They're
Yeah.
I actually did until Shameless. I thought everyone in English
It was
was
posh. Yeah.
I think they did.
Because
But I'm not posh.
They're all
and
like
not
Mary
even a little
Poppins
bit.
and
I know.
Oliver Twist.
But But the thing
And
is,
Harry Potter.
Oliver Twist wasn't posh, was he?
He
but the
wasn't
thing
there.
is,
He was filthy posh.
you could be
It was all an
He was
act.
singing and dancing. Who do you
Oliver?
know that doesn't sing and dance that isn't posh?
that's
It was all a big scam. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one of those scammers.
Yeah,
Please,
he's
can I have some
Looking
more?
for money is all he was.
Yeah,
you could be smoking crack under a bridge with your accent, and you'd still think you're. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just the accent that's posh.
Yeah.
But this wouldn't have been like the accent I grew up with. That's
No,
been,
you
like,
have. You're not
transformed
yours.
to, like,
Sorry, but
but,
like
like-
you have like a what is it, Australian, South African.
Stroke
Yeah.
Thurles, stroke
Stroke
Match
Thurles.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
match-
Tipperary.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I think there's definitely not all English accents are posh. Like if you were
No.
to compare,
Ah.
if you were to compare most English accents to like the lads who went to like Eton, like the politicians who would have gone to like that school, like you know what real posh is when you hear that
Yeah.
accent.
I love people that are so posh that it's
I'm
like
only
they're in
joking.
pain. You know, when they're talking. It's frightfully, isn't it? Like, oh, it's just so painful to talk.
I'm giving birth through my mouth. Yeah, that kind
Do you
of
know
thing.
people like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Well, I would have met people because you used to work with horses. So,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you get like proper posh rich people, like, yeah.
Sewage pipes.
We had a guy in college when we were in first year. He was in mature and he was in about in his 80s, and he was like that. We hadn't a clue what he was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
I
brilliant.
wouldn't have a clue what he was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you just catch the odd word
Yeah.
now and again.
Jaguar.
Yeah.
Jaguar is all I could ever. Jaguar. He used to be out in the smoking area, and I'd be going, "Oh yeah." I feel agreeing with him, but no idea what he was saying. Yes, I go, yes, that's true. Yeah.
That's so
Always,
fucking
yeah.
funny. Jaguar.
And trust fund and things like that. You catch
Trust
I'm frightfully.
And I'm frightfully rich. I'm frightfully rich. That would be it. Yeah, I've met a few people like that.
It's mental, isn't it?
Yeah. What happened to him? Did he finish the course?
I'd say he's probably dead. That was 20 years ago. And
Maybe he died in
Yeah.
his Jaguar.
the thing was always on the end. The engine, everything gone. And he kind of the explosions and shit is all I could
You
understand.
know, those people often aren't rich.
Are
They're
they
just
not?
like posh. They
Posh,
often
okay.
don't have any fucking money
Probably
at all.
not,
But
yeah.
they just like they once did about 10 generations ago, and
Yeah.
they inherit the accent,
Yeah.
not the money.
Oh.
And that's
He
how
was
it
always out in the
works.
smoking area. I was always under pressure. I had no clue. He might as well have been speaking French.
Oh, that was so
It's
good.
good. It's good. It's good you spent time there. It's good you had that experience.
I think the food's getting cold. I think we actually
Okay, what time is it?
finish up now. That
We
was
don't-
good.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's gone
the
quick,
flying
man.
him.
Yeah. Okay.
It was good, but
Yeah.
did you finish your gin? How did you
Still
find
going.
eating? Oh, Stevie's got a friend.
Are we posh now eating like this?
Yeah, I am. This is like the poshest.
Sorry,
I've
are we
eaten
posh eating like this?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah. What do you think, like, about this thing or whatever? We're probably going to do it anyway. So if you could support us, that'd be great. But genuinely, constructive criticism is welcome. Can you give one piece of constructive criticism to Hugh right now, so that Hugh can pass that on to Stevie in a very. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't.
Constructive criticism.
I have no idea.
Like just generally full stop or on.
Yeah.
Like,
Or we can finish up.
yeah, I'm not really
And-
comfortable doing.
Yeah, it's going to turn into like the roast of the podcast. Like.
No. Oh yeah. I suppose.
And it's and you're at the end, like, so we'll really turn on you.
Yeah. Let's leave it. Let's
Okay.
leave that for when we've all been working together for too long and we no longer like each other.
Hey.
It's like last week.
How do we undermine each other? Yeah.
Yeah. How do we throw each other under the bus? That's it.
Yeah.
Look, 30 minutes.
That's it. Kieran wants to say a few words now to
I
wrap
was,
up.
what I say before you words about the war.
Yeah.
It was a troubled time.
When there was no Chineses, there was no 4-in-1s, 3-in-1s, or 2-in-1s, or 1-in-1.
Or Szechuan vegetables.
Yeah, or fried rice.
You didn't know.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was so tough. Anyway, go up to bed, the laddie. It's time is up, right? Finish up that now.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. Have a good Friday evening and have a good weekend.
And we'll see you Monday.
Friday feed. Yeah, thanks Stevie for making that thing. And thanks to Owen and Radic once again
Yeah.
for doing
Everything.
everything.
Everything and nothing.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I know. I think we're doing the nothing and they're doing the everything. So it's sound.
I worked really hard eating my food today. Come on.
Yeah. Ciao. Round of applause for Haley and good luck. We'll see you next week. Well done, Haley. Right, bye.